Hello, and today we're gonna see if the third season in Diablo 3 is gonna run on the iMac with the Intel Iris Pro graphics. Right now, standing idle in town for about a few minutes, but actually the sound you are hearing right now from the computer has been there ever since I got into the game. But my frame rate is 58 frames per second, now it's 51, whatever. You want to see the options, I'm sure, so I hope you can read it, otherwise I'm gonna read it up for you. So the resolution is 1440 times 900, and textures are at high quality, shadows medium, physics high, cluster density on medium. And I have checked the low FX and there is no reflections. Now let's get out and kill some monsters and see what that does to the frame rate. Right now I am playing, I just made a new hero in this season where you have to start from scratch. And I am playing the Barbarian. I am at level 70 and I have only 30 in Paragon because I just started on this new season. I have few set items, but they're not from the same set, as you can see, and the ring is something different. My weapon is a legendary two-handed mace. Some more legendary items, and this is only level 61, this amulet, but the most important thing is actually if it runs or not. So let's kill those monsters. And in the new season there is new set items and whatnot. So a good reason to play it again. Oh, I'm playing on Torment, sorry. I'm playing on Torment, level 1 Torment right now. I won't dare to go higher because then it's gonna be very, very difficult. And those shadows that randomly are walking with me are from my amulet. Summon 7 clones to aid me. And my frame rate right now is 55, which is pretty decent. Oh, it's gonna run down to 46 now, 45 and 44, 45, 48. So, yeah. Right now I'm getting at least above 40 in frames per second winning battle with monsters. So it is still playable. Of course it's not 60 frames per second as some of you might be hoping for. But for me, everything above 30 frames per second in a game like this is playable. And I'm dieable right now. Revive a corpse. I love reviving a corpse. And by the way, I'm really happy I'm not playing on hardcore right now. In last season, most of my heroes was on hardcore. And if something that really sucks, it's playing on hardcore and dying. And I'm gonna die again. but that's okay. So yes, you can definitely hear the fans on the Retina MacBook Pro in this season, as well as in the original Diablo 3 without any seasons. It got this high, and it's always this high when I'm playing on the Retina MacBook Pro. So I was thinking, couldn't it be fun to see what the frame rate is if we max out the resolution? Now you can see in idle it is totally not playable. It's 25 frames per second. So yeah, it may look prettier, but it's definitely not pretty looking at when moving. Oh, 20 frames per second, wow. So yeah, I find it most enjoyable to play it in this resolution, the 1440 by 900. I'm sure I could get a little bit more frame rate if I put it all the way down, if that's what one would want. One hell of a lot. Actually, it's kind of the same frame rate in idle, just a lot uglier. But maybe it's gonna hold it. It might hold the frame rate better in combat. Before I got all the way down to 40 in FPS, but mostly 45 or something in battle. So you would think that this is better, and maybe it is. See, we shall. Still 58 in frame rate. That's pretty nice actually. It went down to 55 and so at this resolution it holds the frame rate in combat better. And in settings, in options, I have the max foreground FPS at 60, so it's not gonna run more than 60 frame rates anyways, no matter what I do to my settings, as long as it's on maximum 60. So you might think it would be interesting to put it up and see what would happen to my frame rate. Now I'm getting a frame rate at this resolution at 90 frames per second. 81. But I'm sure it's gonna drop a lot when I'm going in combat. But I really think that before, when it was forced to not go above 60 frames per second, I think that maybe the computer was using less power, which is good. But right now I'm actually getting above 60 frames per second in combat at this resolution. So if that's very important to me, to you, then you should do this. It's not really for me, because I just want my computer to live as long as possible. If I take the sounds off completely, you can probably better hear the fans. But I don't think they are higher than they were before I changed the forcing of frame rates. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this game when I'm recording and sitting like this. Oh, I got a legendary drop. How lucky for me. I just have to survive to pick it up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill him, and then I'm gonna look at what the legendary drop was, and then I'm gonna ramp up this video, so I don't have to watch me play all day. Plus I prefer to play on my iMac instead. Who wouldn't? It's much prettier on my iMac. Because it has the GTX 780 mobile, but still a very much better graphic than Iris Pro is. But I think it's pretty awesome that the Iris Pro can actually run most of the games pretty good, and right now have 85 frames per second at the lowest resolution I could get in this game. And in settings I have forced it to I have allowed it to go all the way up to 136 frames, which is clearly not doing, so it can maximum go up to this. I'm gonna put it down at 60 again. And now we are only at 59 frames per second, which are pretty fine for me. So let's see, what did I get? A legendary spear, which I'm not gonna use. Alright, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, you're very welcome to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and you can leave all the suggestions below you want if you want me to show you more. Right now I'm working on a new hero. I'm working on the monk. I want to make a monk and see what awesome items I can get for set items. I'm looking for set items all the time in this game. So thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.